Hello dear students, welcome to today's English class. We have already completed almost 12 classes and we had an exam, okay? And since you have plenty of works, the school has planned to give you lessons on certain days. We have divided different subjects into different days, so you won't get every day a video. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാ ദിവസവും എല്ലാ വിഷയത്തിൻ്റെയും വീഡിയോസ് തന്ന് നോട്ട്സ് തന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്കതൊരു വലിയ ബേർഡൻ ആണെന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നു. Because you have to look in the smartphone for a long time and it would affect your eyes. Okay, so we will give according to a timetable. Okay, you won't get every day, maybe a class, maybe a subject classes on 3 days or 2 days. You are limited like that, okay, so that it will be easy for you to learn. Okay, that is the purpose of it. Okay, so if you don't get class every day, if you don't get my class every day, don't think why sir has reduced the number of classes. The reason is this: to reduce your stress on your eyes. No, you have to write plenty of notes, you have to learn. So whatever we give you in time to time, please learn it as you receive it. Don't keep it for the next day. Okay, so we learned the previous class. If you bring into your mind, we learned that we have seen how Sachin struggled, how Sachin got a rigorous practice from Ramakant Achareka. Okay, how he was shifted the school to the school of Ramakant Achareka, and how was his training, and it was really tight scheduled. No, he had a rigorous practice. Okay, from morning till evening 7:30 he was practicing. So Sachin became Sachin because of this. So welcome to today's class, and today we are just continuing what we learned. So we have seen how he was struggling. No, he was struggling to become a good player. Okay, we should get inspiration from this. Okay, so let us continue from here. It is from here we are going to continue. Occasionally my father came to take me home, and I would always ask him to treat me to special fruit cocktail at a juice center near the club. So occasionally, what is the meaning of occasionally? What is the meaning of occasionally? Okay, now and then, in between, the father used to come, and I would always ask him to treat me with a special fruit cocktail. You know what is the meaning of cocktail? What do you mean by cocktail? Cocktail means a mixed drink. In alcohol, we mix different types of alcohols, then we get a cocktail. Now, if you mix different type of juices, you get a cocktail. Even the food, if you mix different food, we say it is a cocktail. So it's a mixture of things. Okay, mixture of fruits. While this regular demand was a little unreasonable, because at the time I did not realize that my parents also had to take care of the needs of my brothers and sister. So Sachin is saying this regular demand, I used to demand every day. Sachin used to demand every day. It was a little unreasonable. What is the meaning of unreasonable? Unfair. That was not fair. Okay, unreasonable. Because at the time I did not realize that my parents also had to take care of the needs of my brothers and sisters. So as a child, as a boy, he did not think that the parents had to take care of other brothers and sisters also. My father would invariably end up giving me what I wanted. But my father invariably, what is the meaning of invariably? Always. My father always, just to see me happy. So father would always give what he wanted to make him happy. On other days, when I made my home from Shivaji Park on my own, I would often fall asleep on the bus if I managed to sit down. So after rigorous practice, when he used to go back home, he would sleep because it was if he got a seat. Anyone who has been on a Mumbai bus at peak hours will know how just difficult it is to get a seat. So if you have gone to Mumbai and if you go to the peak hours to the bus or the train, it is a horrible situation. വളരെ തിരക്കുള്ള സമയമാണ് peak hours, evening and morning, no? So it is very difficult to get a seat. On days when I wasn't so lucky, it was still a challenge just to stand with the kit bag. So even when it was when he never got a seat, it was a challenge to stand with the kit bag. So he had a kit bag, the cricket kit bag. So it was very difficult to stand. As students, you might have experienced when you travel in bus with your school bags, how difficult it is, isn't it? Because the bus conductors would inevitably complain about me taking up the space of another passenger. So the bus conductors would inevitably, what is the meaning of inevitably? Necessarily, anivaryamaittum, no? Necessarily they will complain, always they complain, necessarily they complain that he takes the space of another passenger. It could be embarrassing because the conductors were often rude and would sometimes ask me to buy 2 tickets. That is an unfair thing. The conductors were very rude. What is the meaning of rude? What is the meaning of rude? And it was embarrassing. What is the meaning of embarrassing? It was really humiliating. The conductors, some of you might have experienced from conductor. നിങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെ ഒരുപക്ഷെ കണ്ടക്ടർമാരിൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള അനുഭവം ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. Okay. Someday they may be rude when you carry your bags and so on. Okay. So rude, impolite. They would be very rude. They would be very impolite. Okay. And they asked me to buy 2 tickets. I didn't have the money for a second ticket, and I had to learn to take these remarks in my stride. He learned another lesson in life, to adjust with the situations. Okay. So he had to take into his stride. What is the meaning of take into one's stride? Get on. തടസ്സങ്ങളെ സ്വാഭാവികമായ രീതിയിൽ നേരിടുന്നതിനാണ് take into one's stride എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Okay. Dirty clothes often added to the embarrassment, and the dirty clothes, after playing the sweat, the people would complain. So that was another embarrassment. With time, I evolved a way of wrapping the kit bag around me. So as the time passed, I evolved. What is the meaning of evolve? What is the meaning of evolve? Evolve means I developed another way of adapting to that, another way of wrapping the kit bag around me. Just as the helmet and parts became a part of me while batting, so the kit bag became an extension on me on the bus. So just like the bat and pad, where everything was a part of his body, the kit bag also became an extension of his bus journey. Okay. I'd often take the bus or train from Bandra to Churchgate, and it was all a great learning experience. See how the situations form a human being. ഒരു മനുഷ്യനെ അവൻ്റെ സാഹചര്യങ്ങൾ ഫോം ചെയ്യും. Sachin was not brought up, or Sachin's life was not a bed of roses. ഒരു പുഷ്പങ്ങൾ വിരിച്ച മെത്തയൊന്നും ആയിരുന്നില്ല. It was a hard life. Okay. Even though I loved cricket, there was still occasional days when playing with my friends at home was such fun that I would conveniently forget I was supposed to go to the nets. So students, they have to play with their friends. So Sachin also liked to play with the friends. And some days, occasional days, in some days he would conveniently forget. What is the meaning of conveniently forget? What is the meaning of conveniently? ഫിറ്റിങ്ങിൽ വളരെ സൗകര്യപ്രദമായിട്ട് അങ്ങ് മറന്നു കളയും, മനഃപൂർവ്വം മറന്നു കളയും. വാട്ട് ഐ വാസ് സപ്പോസ് ടു ഗോ ടു ദ നെറ്റ്സ്. If I didn't turn up, Ajrekar sir would jump on his scooter and come to find me. So if I didn't reach for the practice, he would take the scooter and come. Sir would spot me in the melee. He would spot me in the melee. What is the meaning of melee? What is the meaning of melee? Let us see melee. Melee means confused crowd. So from amidst the crowd, he would spot me and virtually drag me out. What is the meaning of virtually? What is the meaning of virtually? Almost he would drag me. So he would find me in the melee and he would drag me out. I would come with excuses, but he would have none of it. So Sachin would say many excuses. Sachin pala excuses there won't be use. He would get me to change and head off to Shivaji Park. So he'll ask me, you go and change your dress, come to Shivaji Park. On the drive, he would tell me, don't waste your time playing inane games with these kids. So he would scold me. Don't waste your time playing inane game. What do you mean by inane? Inane means silly. Practice hard and see what magic can transpire. What magic can transpire? What is the meaning of transpire? Reveal. എന്ത് മാജിക്കാണ് നിൻ്റെ ഇതുകൊണ്ട് വെളിപ്പെട്ട് കിട്ടാൻ പോകുന്നത്. You are going to become great. Okay. At that time I hated being dragged off. But that time I hated, Sachin hated that sir come and push me and take go. But as I look back, I feel sheepish about my actions. I feel shy. No, എനിക്ക് ലജ്ജ തോന്നുന്നു. My actions, I can only admire Ajrekar sir's far-sightedness. Now I can only admire his far-sightedness. What is the meaning of far-sightedness? Dirgha Vishanam, ability to foresee. Like great people are like that, they can foresee. No, teachers, good teachers, they can foresee the future of their students. Okay, so Ajrekar sir was such a good, great guru for Sachin. Sir also punished me on one occasion when trying to teach me a very important lesson. So again he punished. So good teachers, they punish. Okay, good teachers, those who want their students to become good, they punish. That's a natural thing. Okay, കുട്ടികൾ നന്നാവണമെന്ന് ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന അധ്യാപകർ ചിലപ്പോൾ വഴക്ക് പറയും, അവർ തല്ലും അടിക്കും ഒക്കെ ചെയ്യും. അതൊക്കെയായിരുന്നു പഴയ സംസ്കാരങ്ങൾ, അതൊക്കെയായിരുന്നു. Now it has all changed. Once I bunked my daily evening practice to watch an inter-school cricket match. So once Sachin bunked. What is the meaning of bunk? That is a very familiar word to you. Leave, ഉപേക്ഷിക്കുക അല്ലെ, bunk അല്ലെ, ക്ലാസ്സൊക്കെ bunk ചെയ്യാന്നൊക്കെ പറയാറുണ്ട്, bunk. To practice to watch an inter-school cricket match, not anticipating. What is the meaning of anticipating? Foresee, മുൻകൂട്ടി കാണാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല. Not anticipating that sir would be there. He was angry and he said it wasn't for me to come and watch other people play for. If I practiced hard enough, one day people from across the world would come and watch me play. So he said, you don't go and watch other people play. If you practice, what will happen? Hard enough, people across the world would come and watch me play. See, what a prophecy. എന്തൊരു വലിയ പ്രവചനമാണ് അതിലേക്കാണ് നടത്തിയത്. If you go and practice now, the whole world will come to watch you play. നീ ഇവിടെ ഈ കളിയും കണ്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കേണ്ടവനല്ല. നീ ഇപ്പോൾ പോയി പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്താൽ ലോകം മുഴുവൻ നിന്റെ കളി കാണാൻ വന്നിരിക്കും. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് എ പ്രൊഫസി, പ്രവചനമായിരുന്നു. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് എ പ്രൊഫസി ഓഫ് അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ദീർഘവീക്ഷണം, പ്രവചനമായിരുന്നു. Had it not been for sir, I would not be the cricketer I turned out to be. So if sir was not there, I would not have become a cricketer turned out to be. He was a strict disciplinarian, one who is very disciplined, and one who want everyone disciplined, and did everything he could for me. I owe myself to him. What is the meaning of owe? Have an obligation. ഞാൻ കടപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു അവനോട്, സാറിനോട് ഞാൻ ഒത്തിരി കടപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. Okay, so that is the story of Sachin. I think it was very inspiring, really, isn't it? The dedication Sachin had and the far-sightedness of Ajrekar sir, everything made him a great cricketer. So sometimes we may feel difficulties in life. When we study, we may feel tired. Okay, and maybe in this situation of corona and so on, we may be feeling that we may feel that our future is not safe. what is the use if you study even now? But work hard, get inspiration, good inspirations, and miracles will happen in your life. Sure. Okay. So here there are certain questions here. What we learned today. This regular demand was a little unreasonable. What was the demand? You know what was the demand? He wanted a particular fruit cocktail. And why was it unreasonable? And you know the reason. The father had to look after another children as well. So he was not very rich. Another question, why was Sachin asked by the bus conductors to buy 2 tickets? And what is the reason the bus conductors asked him to buy 2 tickets? Cricket is waiting for you at the nets. Practice hard and see what magic can transpire. What aspect of a coach can you infer in Acharekar here? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ദൃശ്യമാകുന്ന ഏത് ആസ്പെക്റ്റാണ്? See the farsightedness, okay? The farsightedness of a coach and the confidence of a coach in his disciple, okay? The farsightedness and the confidence, okay? And the commitment of a coach, everything you can see in a coach, okay? He was a good coach. And 16th question, why did Acharekar sir punish Sachin? You know, no, he wanted to teach him some important lessons. How did it help him? It helped him to become a great player, cricket player in life. Okay, so please complete all these question answers. Next day we will go to the grammar part and activities. Okay, take your time, don't rush to prepare notes. Okay, we know it is very difficult. You look at the mobile and write notes. It is not very easy. Okay, so that's why listen what we are saying. Try to write in your own words. That's what we require. Please improve your language. This is the time you get. Okay, so keep all these things in mind. Come ready for the next class. Thank you for watching. Have a